But this medical insurance, the public health insurance fund, the universal HC, Taifa Care, was able to pay 600,000 shillings. So when you talk about it being a scandal, there's no scandal. What happened is that we had teething problems. And these teething problems emanated from the fact that the government wanted us to register, all of us, for us to register since 1st of March 2024. But then people went to court. We only had to do it a year later after the president had signed the 4 laws four bills into law, 19th of October 2024. 2024, right? And 2023, sorry, I beg your pardon. 2023, beg your pardon. So he signed them into law on 19th of October. We were supposed to have started registration on 1st of March. We started registration 1st of October last year. So we wasted a whole year because of court cases. The doctors were on strike. I don't know nurses. I don't know what. But eventually now, is it not working? So it's working, and and when we, those of us who are salaried, are contributing to ensure that other Kenyans benefit, I think that I will go to call it the greatest sense of patriotism and nationhood. Yes.
We are headed towards this the financial year now, and we've seen the budget, the public involvement. What are the steps or the principles that the government's put in place so that we don't experience again the protest from the Kenyans?
First and foremost, we have a new finance bill. It is very, very, very pro-people because it is achieving 3 things. Number 1 is ensuring equity. It's ensuring equity and fairness. So that everybody who is doing this, all of these kind of things, in terms of tax evasion or what have you, we make sure that we are netting them. Because you can't have yourself, you are paying and I'm not paying, just because somebody can evade tax. Number 2, it is dealing with corruption and wastage around the timelines and all of that. Are we together? That is what it is dealing with. And number 3, it is dealing with the issue of ensuring that there are jobs that are created. So the finance bill, as we speak right now, and you can go clause by clause, which we've done. We've done that with the Parliamentary Budget Committee and my office, and we have realized it is actually very, very powerful that this time round, we are not increasing taxes. We are not increasing taxes. We are just widening the net so that those who are not paying as currently and using loopholes within the law, really, we get them. We've been able to reduce, for example, the time that you can take to reclaim your VAT and all of that. How to ensure that there is standardization of corporate tax for investors. So there are quite a number of things that have happened that are going to be very beneficial to Kenyans. And that's why we are telling Kenyans, go see the finance bill, look at it, and then give your views. But it's very important to understand that, and that's why you are not seeing the furore. Why not for that? You would have had people complaining. Because last year what happened, we were caught unawares. In a way, because there was a lot of misinformation and disinformation. A lot of it, let me tell you. Because most of the things that people are saying were in the finance bill were not in the finance bill. And it was allowed to go on for long, right? And by the time we came to correct it, it was too little, too late. However, I'm very happy that the president was able to reject the bill, and we've still been able to cut down on expenditure in government, and now things are looking up. Yeah.
Okay, so like Kenyans still have time to review the finance bill before it's now read?
Yes, it is. There has been a call for public participation for both the finance bill and the budget appropriations bill, as we call it. And then we're here because that's public participation is part and parcel of our laws. We have to do it. It's a constitutional requirement. We are even coming up with the public participation bill by the Honorable Dorcas Oduor, the Attorney General.
Mheshimiwa, right now I know the government is for the people, and one of your agendas was kuinua vijana na mama mboga. I don't know, maybe you can take this time to tell us maybe what are the strategies that we're putting in place to encourage employment among us, the youths, and is it effective?
Yes, thank you very much. There are three ways in which we are encouraging employment for young people. Kazi kwa ground, kazi mtandaoni, and kazi maju. You see those three? So what is on the ground? 76,000 teachers have been employed. We are just about to employ another 24,000 teachers. Just about to employ another 10,000 police people. We only kazi kwa ground. Yes. We also now have been able, through the affordable housing program, we've been able to employ over 250,000 Kenyans. You get? And so many others have been employed through the various value chains. Now, kazi mtandaoni, we've been able to train over 693,000 young people across our Jitume hubs, Ajira, program and all of that. We have 238 Jitume hubs in the 290 constituencies. Only 52 are remaining to get one. And of 120,000, over 693,000 have been trained through that. So these are jobs. People are making money online. Okay. Kazi Maju, we've been able to push over 393,000 Kenyans. And last year alone, they were able to give us $4.95 billion. That is about 638,551 million that they have been able to give us directly into the economy. Almost $5 billion. You can see within 2 years, we've been able, these diaspora Kenyans, the people working abroad, have giving us almost $1 billion into the economy. That's absolutely amazing. So yes, for a young person who is seated there are jobs that you can get through the government, like being a teacher, being a policeman, and all of that. You can go to the affordable housing program. You can also get involved in the value chains under the agricultural program. We now have MSMEs, now the Hustler Fund, which has been able to disburse close to 70 billion shillings, and over 25 million Kenyans have been able to benefit. We are contemplating, waiving for 10 million Kenyans who are not able to pay, but that's a decision that we wait to see. But there's a proposal to that effect. We now have also the Nyota program for young people between 18 to 29 years old, and if you have a disability up to 35 years, where they will be trained as young entrepreneurs, about 70 per ward, okay? And with the 70 per ward, then they will also be given a grant of about 50,000. We also have the KJET program, also targeting the MSMEs as well. We also have the issue to do with the digital supply and creative economy. And now, as we are here in Homa Bay, after we let when we have a whole stadium that is 99% complete, we are leaving it to the athletes who are here, the artists, to use it for their own good. So what am I trying to say in short? We've done a lot. We need to do a lot as well, but I'm very proud of what the government has been able to do. Yes. All
right. Thank you so much for those people who are really tweeting and those people who are following on Facebook. Mheshimiwa, a lot of questions are flowing on the social media handles. And, I want us to take a short commercial break. Then when we are coming back, let us talk to the Homa Bay people. Let us talk to people from Nakuru. I can see people from Migori also here, and they're throwing some comments, and others also throwing their questions to you. So we are taking a short commercial break. When we are coming back, it is you that we are now reading your questions and your comments for Mheshimiwa to react on. Don't go away. from that short commercial break. Short commercial break. Welcome back. We are here live from Asumbi Garden Resort that is in Homa Bay, and this conversation tonight is with me, the government spokesperson Honorable Mwaura is here tukizungumza naye matters pertaining development and devolution of the country nation Kenya. Mheshimiwa, we promised that we are now getting Facebook, getting into Instagram and X, tuzungumze na tusikie Wakenya wanasemaje. My name is Alpha from Korea. I'm congratulating Honorable Ruto's government. Tuko naye mpaka mwisho. Mheshimiwa has been working with close with our Mheshimiwa Honorable Robi. So sisi tunaona maendeleo, and we are glad that Homa Bay inasonga. Homa Bay is on another level, courtesy of our governor and the president. This is a true broad-based government. In brackets, serikali ya mapana na marefu. Congratulate Mheshimiwa because he's making us youths so proud, seeing him there and holding such a big office representing the youths vizuri. Huyu anaitwa Genio Muitembe. This is now a question. My name is Jameson Onyago. We saw the government leasing the sugar companies without holding public participation with stakeholders such as farmers. I will speak of Sony because I come from that area. What are you going to do as the government to ensure the farmers are factored in?
First and foremost, it's good to say that I'm no longer a youth. I'm 43 years old, and one day, my birthday was yesterday, so mimi nazeeka kuzeezeka kabisa.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. But anyway, 43 is not an old age as well, because Baba is 80 years old, I think, and counting. I'm still very strong, so hiyo ni karibu double. So, but anyway, tuko hapo sana, na nakuona hata wewe uko vizuri kijana. Hata mwenzangu anasema Otebe. Anaitwa nani wewe? Otebe.
Jameson Okebe. So salimika sana. You are a great man. I'm sure maybe we are almost the same age. Now, we have been able to change how we are doing the things around sugar industry, the sugar value chain. We have 16 sugar companies in Kenya. 12 are private, doing very well. 4 that are owned by government are not very profitable. And there's been a general consensus that we need to lease them for 30 years old. 30 years. When you do 30 years, then we have the farmers that are feeling that we need to consult and to do public participation will do so. And it has been done, to a certain extent. And we have a debt of about 5.6 billion. We've been able to pay 600 million to the factory workers so that we do away with that. That's a very huge achievement. And because we were able to do with debt of 100 billion, I think, we've been able to have a turnaround of these sugar factories. So yes, there may be concerns, let them be raised, but the most important thing is to make it clear to Kenyans that we are not doing this. It's not a sale, it's a lease. So that we have private investors who come and then turn around. So that we are able to reduce the importation of sugar. We have about 20 billion, that we spend every year to import sugar. Yet we can be able to produce sugar enough for our own consumption here in Kenya. And that's what we are looking at. And that's why I'm saying 1 metric ton of sugar cane has, grown from, or increased from 4,500 to 5,500. So a whole 1,000 bob. In that regard, you saw even when the president was in the Western region, he was able to give the people there a bonus. So I think it's important to understand that we don't just politicize issues. There will be public participation if at all that is what people still want to do. But let us also agree that when you have a private investor under the PPP agreement, we are likely to get more benefits than just having factories that are underutilized, and then we end up importing sugar. Okay, I think yours is done there. My name is Chacha from Timaru. We have a problem of border clashes with our brothers from Angata Barikoi. Mheshimiwa, what is your government doing to restore peace because lives are being lost here?
Yes, good concerns. This is a security issue, and I think the Minister for Interior Murkomen has expressed himself very well in this regard. So let's leave it at that, so that, because I think that issue is also politicized. But we send our most sincere condolences once again to those whose souls have departed. Yeah.
Okay, no problem, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, we are watching you from Nakuru. Maybe tell us, when are you bringing such developments to Nakuru?
We've been to Nakuru. We came and saw a lot of development. We were the Bondeni, housing project. We have, the issue of Itare Dam that is still pending, that will be able to supply water to the whole of that region. Well, there are quite a number of developments in Nakuru County. The other day I was at the Naivasha Maimahiu, their special economic zone, and we saw we can put vehicles there directly instead of going to China, to India, to Japan. I beg your pardon. We are making electric vehicles there. There's even in a biscuit manufacturing companies there. So there are quite a number of things that happen in Nakuru. And Nakuru is a city, Nakuru is a city. You cannot compare Homa Bay with Nakuru, because Nakuru is much, much way ahead. Beg your pardon. But yes, Nakuru still needs a lot of development. And I spent about 5 days there, and it was really wonderful.
Mheshimiwa, I know you... Let me ask you this as we are winding up.
Before we even move away from Nakuru, this is the issue of edible oils. So we went to farms that are doing canola, avocado farming. Nakuru is such a wonderful, county. It's a very nice place to be, and it's amazing. That's what I can say.
Probably, Mheshimiwa, somebody's asking, my name is Paul. What is your message to young people who are feeling disillusioned with politics and government?
First and foremost, you cannot be disillusioned with the only means to make government. Get into the mix of it as a voter, as a candidate, because maybe if you feel disillusioned, you may be the one who may bring the change. But I want to tell you, I have never served in a government that is extremely intentional with regards to implementing its manifesto. I was very keen in drafting this manifesto. The first draft I did it, I can say that very confidently. And I have seen the president really ensuring its implementation to the letter, to the letter. And so therefore, like if you look at the 5 pillars of the better plan, number 1, affordable housing, is it working, not working? Number 2, Taifa Care, is it not working? The 3 MSMEs, we promised 50 billion, we've given now close to 70 billion. Number 4, the issue of digital supply and creative economy. They're even building, stadia. The issue of the fiber network has increased. And number 5, agriculture and food security. Have we been able to make sure that agriculture is working? That is why you're talking about value chain. So you cannot say then, therefore, as a young person, that then you are disillusioned and then you have nothing to say. Get yourself. I became a senior official of a political party at the age of 24. I was a student leader at the age of 20. I became a board member of a national body at the age of 22. Okay, I went to work abroad at the age of 25. I almost became a member of parliament, by the way. At the age of 28, I became an advisor to the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. At 30, I became a member of parliament. At 35, I became a senator. If you can do all of those things when you are a young person, what about? I think at 29, I wrote my first book. So let's not try to imagine that then being a youth is just. By the time I was 28, I thought, okay, I have another 7 years to be a youth. Now I'm 43. So do what you can when you're there.
At that age.
Yes.
Okay, Mheshimiwa, we have 2 to go. Mheshimiwa, it is true that President Ruto cancelled gigs, is meeting with people of Migori because of leadership angles, Otieno from Rongo. We had the government launch aggregation centers across the counties, with each county having at least 1. How far are they? I'm Chege from Karatina.
Yes, quite a number of them have done well, about the first 18. Even here we have the one called Riwa, that I've actually visited myself personally, and we are putting in good money. We've had conversations on how to revive some of them that may not be doing very well, led by the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki. we keep on having a lot of meetings, you know, to ensure that we turn around that. The issue of county aggregation industrial parks, the issue of special economic zones, so that then we are able to get as many people on board in terms of production. What we are saying, though, is that for every CAIP in every county, it should have a specialized kind of cash crop or like a value chain. So like here, we should ask ourselves, is it the avocado in Acado? Okay, you know, that we are supposed to make sure that people get that avocado. Is it also the cotton that I have seen that's doing very well in places that I have visited? Is it a question of going to, is it Kadiambo? But it's that place where we have the palm trees that we are able to make edible oil. So there's a lot of potential here in this county that we can do so using the Riwa County in agriculture and aggregation and whatever industrial park. So we look at the issue of agriculture, you know, industry, that kind of thing. So we have an opportunity, every county unto itself, because the initial promise was that we put 250 million shillings as a national government and the county governments do the other 250 million, and then we are able now to build together. That still remains to be the dream. Yes.
Now, Mheshimiwa, before as we wind up now, as the government spokesperson, how do you balance truth-telling, government loyalty, and maybe public trust?
I think truth-telling, you must always be factual. Like the other day, I spoke about the public seal, and then that bill had not been passed. I came and said, no, the public seal is with the Attorney General. People are the ones who have a problem with accepting that when you get the right information and you do clarification, then they start thinking otherwise. If something was not correct, you have to come and clarify. That I will always get it from me. Yes, please.
Okay.
And also the issue of public trust. I think people, seeing is believing. If you looked at the way people are, there was a stampede in Soweto, in Kibra, when people then could see that they could, the houses were real, you know? The houses were real. Now they were able to believe. Seeing is believing. When you look at the issue of, that was the public trust, the issue of truth-telling, the other one was?
We have truth-telling and government loyalty.
Loyalty always. When you are the government spokesman, you must be loyal to the government because you speak for it. You are the mouth. You are the mouth. You are the mouthpiece of the government. You must speak and remain steadfast and loyal to the head of public. To the head of the whole institution. You get the point? Who is the head of government?
The president.
Who is the head of state?
The president. The government. The president.
The president is both the head of state and head of government.
Yeah, sure.
So President William Ruto, who you spend the whole day together with today, together with Right Honorable Raila Odinga, imekuwa vizuri. I can tell you, we can never have a better president. That I can tell you, unflinching. I've sat with him, I've listened to him. Yeah.
Mheshimiwa, you never cease to surprise me.
Yes.
You know. Now, being that now you've had an opportunity to be the spokesperson of the government of the Republic of Kenya, how do you want Kenyans to remember your tenure?
I think my moment is to transition this position from the traditional model that was maybe templatized by Alfred Mutua, the founder, now Minister for Labor and Social Protection. Because he would address the nation once a week. We can't have that anymore. You get the point? Because communication has really moved. News is 24 hours. So I'm doing my presses on Mondays. I'm also doing a podcast now called Semana Spokesbonga Nagava. I'm also doing daily kind of briefings using a single flyer called GOK Today, 3 to 5 key messages and a 1-minute video, you know, so that people can get to have information. We're now also doing weekly bulletins, both audio, video and also a publication. We've also now going to the mashinani, like now we are with you here, and then we're also doing documentaries, we are doing articles. Those of us who read the Star newspaper, I write for the Star every Friday. We have also, you know, my Gov. You get the point. We are now into the era of short videos like reels, like we've just done one, you know, that is moving around, doing very well. So it's transitioning now from the traditional way of being a spokesperson to actually now making it real. We are even having what you call Gava quotes, the key messages that are coming from government, from key leaders. So it's now that is, I think, my legacy. It was able now to move this position in such a manner that it is now compliant. And then I'm also relatable, you know. I'm able to defend the government. And my work is captured by a single word: amplify. Amplify. So amplify, what do you amplify? Government communication by stating the government position, defending the government position, and clarifying government position. When you state, you offend your nemesis. When you defend, you deter them. And when you clarify, you deflate them.
3 principles.
Amplify, state, defend, clarify.
Mheshimiwa Mwaura has been with us for around 1 hour, Mheshimiwa.
Yes, please.
We're talking about matters pertaining development and devolution. Today, I didn't want us to go in a political angle,
yes.
Being that now this is for the first time we are having a public holiday in Homa Bay. So I wanted us to talk about matters devolution and governance alongside development. Maybe you can take a minute to talk to Kenyans and tell them what should they expect from the government and what should they expect on Madaraka Day and maybe days after Madaraka Day. Is it that you've come now after on the Madaraka Day you will not be experiencing the government hand in Homa Bay?
Yes, it is true that we've come and then we move to another county in the next celebration. But we've left very good infrastructure infrastructure. The roads have been made. The pier is now functional, the fish market, modern market. We now have even the affordable, the pier is now functional, the fish market, modern market. We now have even the affordable housing, 110 units. We have the Raila Odinga Stadium, which is really a state-of-the-art, 12,000 seater capacity, a beacon of hope. And so therefore, my brother, the blue economy, all of the monies that have been put, 3.2 billion to the 450 BMUs. I sent my team today to go to Sori and Bita to hear the stories of the people, and we'll be doing documentaries about that. So come on Sunday, ready to hear what the president has to say as he addresses the nation, and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga also will be present, God willing. So that, and the president of Slovenia, actually, from Europe, is also coming, so that we are able now to see. For the first time, I think Homa Bay may be visited by a foreign president. So things are great, and we continue with that spirit. Na tuendelee kuwa watu wazalendo, kwa sababu Kenya ni nchi nzuri zaidi. Kenya itainuka, Kenya itasimama, Kenya itanawiri kwa umoja na uzalendo. Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Je, wewe? Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo daima. Asanteni.
That has been the government spokesperson speaking to us on this up-close and candid conversation. This is Ndizi TV Africa, and as always, we're always geared to bring you matters that are really detailed in terms of politics, in terms of development, in terms of devolution. Keep it always at Ndizi TV. My name is Clinton Marui, and that is all for tonight. See you on Sunday.